So what's going on? Y'all know I like to jump into the topic and not beat around the bush. The only thing I have to say is this is the longer form. You can go to our TikTok and it will be on our TikTok as well. It's going to be a shorter form on the TikTok. So if you're coming over from the TikTok to the YouTube, it's going to be a more fulfilling video because I'm talking about a whole bunch of things. As on TikTok, I kind of have to watch what I say, not to really upset anybody, but also not upset TikTok. Because TikTok has a thing with mass reportings, just because people don't like what you have to say. So I'm gonna make sure I watch my mouth on here too, but I also want to make sure I watch my mouth on there as well. Now, the young lady in which this video is talking about, her name is Starla. I believe that I don't know what she really does. I'm gonna be honest with you, I really don't know, but she's been under fire for probably the past couple of months because of cultural appropriation. She is a young lady that has put braids in her head, box braids in her head, and black women have gone into an outrage over that. To me, my opinion, rightly so. And she has bombarded, a lot of people and got upset about this particular situation. Now, the problem today is that she put out a diss track on a young lady named Crystal Crave on TikTok, and the diss basically said this. I'm gonna let you guys hear it.
This time I'm coming for your motherfucking throat. Crystal meth head is on her deathbed, and like I said, I'll paint the town red. I'll hang you by your knees in a tree and feed you ketamine while you.
Now, I don't know what Starla was thinking, and I mean I could think about what she was thinking, but um this just wasn't it. That wasn't it. But also bringing up, hanging anybody. I don't care about her knees, whatever the case may be. It's kind of weird. And then also, I have this evidence as well, where you have kind of threatening intentions behind Crystal. Okay. And this is you in 4K. That's your account. TikTok does a great job of letting you know who the account is, whose account that is, if it's a fake or whatever the case may be. Ma'am, that is you. Clearly, the Starlo soloway character that we see on TikTok is indeed that, a character that you play, and is based around black people. So I want to also point out a video that you made specifically, and I want to point that out real quick.
If me having braids truly was cultural appropriation, don't you think that everyone from the culture would be upset about it? Y'all want to say black men are the weakest link because they're not spreading hate over a hairstyle?
Now, I'm going to tell you why hair specifically for black people, not just black women, but black people, is such a cultural appropriation topic, such a taboo thing to do. And majority of it is because majority of our lives, majority of history of black people, African Americans, our hair has always been a determining factor on whether we're civilized, whether we are smart enough, whether we are deserving of certain things. It's literally our hair texture and what our hair looks like. Some men go out and they grow dreads and things like that. Now, for some offices and some corporations, dreads is not an appropriate attire. It's not something that these corporations, especially these white corporations, would love to see. They want to see your hair shaved down. They want to see your hair to a certain length, and they really don't even like our beards and our goatees or anything like that. For our black women, specifically box braids or braids in general, wasn't accepted, hasn't been accepted by society forever. People literally do not like certain hairstyles for women. I remember when I worked in security, and I'm not gonna lie, this woman had a purple wig. Now the wig wasn't that loud. It was, purple. The fuck? And but it wasn't that loud for me. But my boss came in and he was like, fuck that wig. You need to either take that wig off or you need to go home. So they sent her home that day because of that wig. You get what I'm saying? They didn't care anything about her intelligence, whether she was able to do the job or anything like that. They were upset about the wig. You feel what I'm saying? So when you're talking about cultural appropriation, the reason why this hurts so much for black women is we watch black women catch hell for their hair throughout history, their natural hair, things of that nature. And here you are making money off of it, playing a character, playing It's basically black-faced. You're being black-faced right now. And a lot of these women are not going for that. Like, a lot of these black women are not going for that. And it does trouble me that black men are standing behind you on this. As a matter of fact, I think there was I think on the phone call, you actually said that your manager, whoever your manager, your publicist is, he's telling you to do stuff like this. And that's weird. For a black man, if it's a black man telling you to do weird stuff like this, and so much so, like, people are seeing you put on makeup, darkening yourself, things like that. That's not appropriating a culture, right? I'm not gonna go out and swoosh my eyes up to make me look Asian. I'm not gonna go out to I don't know, put on eye masks to make myself appear to be Native American, right? Like, that can be seen as disrespectful, especially as that's not, society doesn't even accept that. So what do I look like as a black man to go out and try to make money off of an image that is not even accepted in another in their own culture? That's crazy, right? So, like, that's the bigger issue. I wanted to get into a little bit of your response video. I'm gonna be honest with you, I couldn't make it past 3 minutes.
I just want you guys to know that this is not an apology video. Just to clarify some things, the people who think that I'm racist because I got braids in my hair and I wrote a diss track against a black girl, it's absolutely not true. Obviously, I'm not racist. I love black people. I love the culture. And for everyone who wants to say, oh, you can still be racist and have a black boyfriend and have a black child, you can still be racist. How am I liking black people if I don't like black people? How the fuck does that make any sense?
So I'm going to stop you right there and say that you don't understand what being a racist is, and sometimes it is intentional and it is unintentional. So I'm going to give you a leg here on this one specifically and say that it's unintentional. So some people have like fetishes, and sometimes people have black fetishes. So it doesn't mean that you don't like black people because you're dating one, or you're dating um or that you created life with a black person. It doesn't mean you don't like black people, because once it gets out of that, do you understand the cultural implications that are around that person? For example, you've been arguing back and forth with all these black women specifically about hair, right? That's why people perceive you as racist. So much so that, and I think this was you being a rebel, that so much so that you lost some of your hair because black women were trying to tell you that, hey man, your hair texture does not match. It doesn't it doesn't match box braids. And there are certain ways you need to take care of your hair, things like that. Not just hair texture, but personally, I just don't think you were taking care of your hair either. Now, now that has nothing to do with being racist. The fact that every time you keep coming on here and it seems like you've upgraded yourself, you're trying to portray yourself as a black figure, right? Even though we know you're white, you're still trying to appropriate yourself into a culture, means that you're racist. And that you're continually trying to make money off of it, not understanding the people that you're hurting in this particular way. Again, I even think of Kim Kardashian, for example, when she wore those like braids in her head, and then everybody was telling her that it was innovative and all these other things. But then you went towards a young lady like what's her name, Gabby. She was in the Olympics, and all people could talk about was her hair. They didn't even talk about. I think she got a gold medal that year, and everybody just seemed to talk about her hair. That was the subject of that conversation. Just her hair wasn't done, or it wasn't done in the right space or anything like that. Mind y'all, this is a goddamn, like, I think she's in gymnastics. She was flipping and shit, sweating and everything. Why does it matter what her hair looks like? But black women go through that. The fact that you don't know that and you don't apply that to what you're doing on your content and how you're marketing yourself lets me know that you don't understand it. You don't get it. It isn't a part of you because you're white. Okay. You don't have to go through these type of things as black people do. So, that's my only response to this. Again, I don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what's next, but hey man, listen, this ain't it. I think you should choose another route. I don't know what you're going to do, but this ain't it. Peace.